Modern dating is fucked. And here's how you're gonna win as a man. So in this video, we're gonna dive into first, why is it fucked so you can understand, and then what to do about it. Because we're not here to be negative complainers. We just gotta understand the game that we're playing so that we can win the game. And that's what this video is about. Starting with why is it fucked? So what's happening right now is that feminist agendas are being pushed to weaken men. And you guys have probably heard this from Tate and different sources online. I don't want to dive into it too much. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but it is happening in real time. I'm pretty sure you can see it. And let's not dive into too much of this, but let's really go into some of the things, what is happening because of it. Female beauty is being overinflated. There are girls who are 5s and 6s who now think they're 10s, and the scale is getting rigged, right? So now girls are receiving insane amounts of validation. This is why it's being overinflated, because there's so many horny dudes now with the internet, social media, that are just trying to message these girls. They have no game. They don't understand how to get them. And they're just wasting their time. And these girls are taking all this validation and it's going to their heads. I mean, it's not even that it's their fault. Guys are also at fault a lot here because they're the ones giving them the validation. If they didn't receive this from the guys, they wouldn't be getting these overinflated egos. So we're also at part to blame here, not the ones who aren't doing it, but some of the guys out here are messing everything up for the rest of us. And here's an important thing that you need to understand is that they will still get sex even if they don't behave in alignment with what's socially acceptable. So they never get a negative feedback loop like men do. So when I was younger, when I was 18 years old and I didn't know communication, I had pretty much this body, just a little smaller, similar looks. I didn't have any success because I wasn't doing anything that was socially accepted. I was just smoking weed all day, going to the gym and hanging out with my boys and expecting to get girls. I didn't even socialize. I swiped on Tinder a bit. I had no communicative abilities and I wondered why I didn't have success. But as a girl, you can say all the wrong things on a date, and if the dude is horny, he's still gonna sleep with you. Or if you're at the club, you can say things that don't even make sense, and a guy will still take you home just because he wants to sleep with you, and they get that as validation that they're doing something right because they're getting that end biological reproductive goal that every human being has. That's what every man has, that's what every woman has, that's the goal in life. They're getting constantly validated through social media, through getting sex, without having to actually level up in life and become the best version of themselves. And now, what can we do about it? This is the most important thing in the video, right? So first you need to understand the game at large, which we went over a little bit, but you really need to be out there getting real life experience dating, understanding the game at large, not just like the issues, but just understanding female nature, communication, talking to girls, and don't be negative about it because you can still win big time as a man. I'm winning big time right now because I understand the game at large and I do the things that are going to allow me to have success. And if you can get over that tipping point as a man, life is very, very good. So, number one priority is selfishly build your value. This is the most important thing you could be doing as a man. 1, your looks. You want to get them dialed in. Your physique plays a massive part in your success. It's going to tone up your jawline. It's going to make you the most attractive version of yourself if you have a good body. There's no way around it. You have to be in the gym. You have to be eating healthy and taking care of yourself if you want to be the best looking version of yourself. Next is money. And these are not necessarily in order, by the way. Money. You have to have some sort of financial means to live a good life. You can't work at McDonald's and expect to pull the baddest girls. I mean, if you're young, you can pull it off, but it's like you really want to be building a financial nest egg, a really good future. You want to build wealth. This is going to make you much more attractive as a man. Next is status, and this comes in many different forms. It's not just going to be on social media, although that is one way that you can build status. It's also by having a network of guys who are well respected, who are in the gym, who have the killer mindset that you have. If a girl sees you around those guys and they are respecting you and looking up to you, and those are the people you associate with, it's instantly going to make her respect you more too. So there's many ways to develop status. Now I really want to touch on these two because these are the most important, actually. Skills and character traits. So character traits, these are things like courage. You need to just build courage. It's not something you're going to be gifted. It's not like one day you're not just going to be courageous. It's something that you have to practice day in and day out. And how I started building courage was with doing cold approaches. This was the thing that scared me the most. I was absolutely terrified of talking to girls when I was 19. I'd only talking to really like 10 new girls in my life. I ended up getting a relationship. And then from there, I was like, fuck. After I got broken up, I was like, damn, I actually don't know shit about dating. I'm still super anxious to talk to girls. I'm nervous to go on dates. I'm not that good at this. Let me really get good. So I built courage by talking to every single girl, even when I felt scared, even when I was terrified deep down to my core, having deep anxiety. I did it anyway, and that's how you build courage. This is why I'm now able to travel the world alone, go talk to the most attractive girls in the world. I can go and talk to with ease because I built courage. Confidence is another character trait. Skills, these are things like communication, empathy. If you learned the skill of sales, you're learning those, right? So if you were to take on a sales job, you can learn these. You can also learn them by practicing, like cold approaching. But communication, empathy, there's a lot of skills. I'm drawing a blank right now. But there's really important skills that you can develop, social emotional intelligence, that are going to take you really, really far in dating. So it's a combination of developing yourself, getting your foot in the door with your looks, improving yourself so that you can actually go on dates and you can do things with girls, because if you don't have money, you're kind of limited. Status. This one's probably the least important out of the whole list for here in terms of short-term success. Maybe in the long run this one's important, but not right now if you're just getting started out. Skills. These two are the most important. Skills and character traits. You need to be developing these right now in real time. You need to be identifying the areas that you are weak in. Are you good at communication? Do you have your nonverbal communication dialed in? Are you sitting on dates, self-soothing, shoulders hunched, barely making eye contact? Or are you standing there like a fucking G, chest out, good body language? These things make a huge difference. If you're not dialed in with all your skills and character traits, the rest of these things aren't going to matter. Because like I said earlier, at 19, I had the looks. I didn't have the money, but this hasn't really played a big effect in anything. And I didn't have the status, but I lacked these, and that caused me to have no success. With the same exact looks and skills and character traits developed, I had tons of success. Then I added money, and now I'm working on status. So eventually, my character is just going to be developed so much to the point where I can get with every single girl I want. There's tons of rejections that I get in the mix now, but that's why I'm continuing to build my value as a man, and every single one of you should be doing the exact same thing. And boys, I created a high value man template for you. This is the exact one I use to this day. It's a Notion template that's fillable, that's going to allow you to focus on developing communication, focus on understanding all the things you need to work on and how to build it out and have it all systemized and trackable so that you can, over time, have a long-term plan to become a high-value man. I've been using this for years, and, well, you can see it's ended up pretty well for me. So pick yours up for right now for free. This is the exact one that I use to this day. Now, the next thing you need to do is play the field and gain a deep understanding of women. This is absolutely essential. Now that you're building your value, you need to go out there and date, right? Because the reason you're bad at dating is because you don't date. It's like an illogical fallacy where you're like, oh, if I just build my value or if I get successful, I'll get girls. No, you're still going to get cleaned out, my guy. You need to be dating the entire time. I've been dating since I literally got broken up with and just had this body, and then I started developing the skills, and that's why I'm good at it now, is because I've been doing it throughout the entire journey. I've had success the entire time. See, what you need to understand is you interact with different versions of the same girl when you pursue her sexually. If you have a coworker who's not interested in you at all, and you just talk to her and you're both just keeping this platonic, you're talking to a different version of that girl than if you were to pursue her sexually in another setting, where she might be nice to you and you might have normal conversations. She might have straight up rejected you. She may be being flirtatious. She may be playing games. You don't know these things, and you're not interacting with the version of girls that you actually want when you're not pursuing them sexually. And you need to be doing this a lot in order to actually learn. So this is the only way to learn and gain a tactical advantage in dating. See, what you gotta understand is that girls from the age of 15 are getting pursued sexually by guys non-stop. There's not a single time in a girl's life after 15 where dudes are not constantly sexually pursuing her. So she is getting so much knowledge and learning that by the time she's 20, this is why girls usually are breaking dudes' heart at this point in the timeline at like 20, because they've gotten so much experience, when someone like myself at 19 is just getting out and getting some experience. I had no experience when I got into my relationship at 19, and that's why I got wrecked when my ex had been getting sexually pursued by dudes left and right from probably like 14, 15. She was a Swedish girl in Florida. What do you expect? Every dude loved her in her school. She was getting tons of validation. Her ego was through the roof. And that's why she was running game on me like, like no tomorrow, because she's got the tactical advantage. Now, after 3 years and being someone who's really self-developed, read books, tried my best in every single aspect to develop skills and character traits that are attractive to girls, I have the tactical advantage. Very few girls have a tactical advantage over me today because of everything I've done, and especially because I've been playing the field and learning women. These are the two essential steps that are really going to take you to the next level once you build your value. And the next thing you're going to want to do to win as a man is to test loyalty from the start of the relationship. You should be able to do cheap or free dates with girls, and they should be happy to do this. If a girl actually genuinely likes you, she will come on a cheap or a free date. I have gone on now quite a few dates recently. I've been having more success with Tinder, which is pretty cool. And I went on a date this Sunday where it was just a walk by the river. That was the entire date. There was no money, no cost. We just met up and went for a walk and sat in the sun and talked. And that was our date. I had a date in Norway. That was one of my best dates ever. I really enjoyed this. We went for a coffee. It cost me $3 and she got like a $3 croissant. That was the date. So if a girl is not willing to meet you to do something cheap or free, if she wants anything more than that, then that's a really big red flag, because you just want to be trying to find girls who actually like you. And if they don't actually like you, maybe you sleep with them after the club if they like you like in that way, just to have some fun. But if you're trying to pursue things more long term, it needs to be under these conditions. I am constantly testing the girls. I'm looking for reasons to disqualify them as a potential partner rather than reasons to qualify them, because this is how you're going to choose a good one. And you're going to avoid a lot of that stuff we talked on in terms of the problems that are in the modern dating scene. So if you really stick to these things early on, you're going to be avoiding the problematic girls and finding the good ones. And once again, guys, pick up your free guide right now that's going to teach you how to become a high-value man and actually give you a long-term sustainable system for improving yourself and becoming the man you truly want to be. I use this to this day, and it's helped me achieve everything that I have right now. It's the first link in the description below, completely free.